After putting the Bowflex Velocore to the test, I feel a bit mixed on it. On one hand, we have this extremely well-built, fun-to-ride bike with some very unique features. On the other hand, its workout platform JRNY, while also having some very unique features, is also probably the most bare bones and definitely the least updated connected fitness platform I have used. So I'm going to break down the good, the bad, and everything else that you should know before you buy. And we are starting right now. Hey everyone, this is Colin Jenkins with Connect the Watts, where we cover the latest connected fitness news, reviews, tips, and guides. So without a doubt, the Bowflex Velocore is a really great bike. In fact, it easily makes my top 3 alongside the Peloton Bike Plus and Nordic Track S22i. It rides very smoothly and quietly with magnetic resistance, which goes from level 1 to 100, all controlled by the red knob. Now, I don't particularly love this knob. It doesn't really have a lot of weight to it. It looks a bit cheap, and it doesn't feel quite as precise as other premium bikes, but it does get the job done well enough. And in terms of looks, this is definitely not the Bowflex Velocore's strength. And there's a good reason that it is designed in the way it is, which we'll get into in a moment, but the fact remains that this looks pretty strange, almost alien-like, which is not a problem if you have a dedicated workout room or garage to place it in. And in terms of space, it does take up more room than most other indoor bikes. Again, there is a reason for this, but you will need to make sure that you have enough room for its 5-foot length. And although the bike is only 2 feet wide, you're gonna need an additional 2 feet in either side so that you have room to utilize the leaning mode. And that leaning mode is really the distinguishing feature of this bike. See, you can ride the Velocore like a normal stationary bike, but if you want more of a challenge or just to change things up, you can enable the leaning mode by pressing down on the little knob in front. Leaning mode unlocks a portion of the bike from the frame so that you can then control it by leaning side to side. And this might seem like a gimmick, and it probably would be if you had to use it all of the time, but using it occasionally, you really feel a big difference in how much you have to stabilize with your body and your core just to keep yourself centered and upright. And then when you lean to the side, it all becomes further amplified, and you end up using quite a bit of your upper body as well to hold yourself in place. So the leaning mode creates more of a whole body workout that you don't otherwise normally get with an indoor bike. And then when you want to go back to normal stationary mode, you simply pull up on the knob to lock the bike back in place. And what impressed me a lot about all of this is just how stable the bike was, because I would have thought having a bike that has the ability to lean, that it probably wouldn't feel very stable. But actually, if anything, this is one of the most stable indoor bikes that I have used. And the Velocore is pretty heavy, coming in close to 160 pounds, so I'm sure that has something to do with the stability, but it feels great to ride both in and out of the leaning mode. Included with the Velocore are dual side pedals, which allow for both speed clips and toe cages for those without cycling shoes. Also included are a pair of 3-pound dumbbells, which are held on the front with a little rack that is unfortunately a bit too snug, making it much more difficult to take the dumbbells in and out of than it should. Then there are bottle holders here as well, though they seem a bit cheap and only work with a specific size of water bottle. Otherwise, you can't really take it in and out easily enough to grab for a drink while you're riding the bike. There's also a nice amount of storage under and in front of the handlebars, which I found useful, as well as a media rack for your phone or tablet so that you can take classes from other programs if you would like to while riding the Velocore. And then there is a traditional 3-way adjustment system. The Velocore website says that it's a 4-way adjustment system, but that is not accurate. You can move the seat up and down, forward and back, as well as the handlebars up and down, but the handlebars cannot be moved forward and backward, which is what a 4-way adjustment system is. So if you are very tall or very short, you might have some issues trying to find a perfect position. And finally, we have the touchscreen and Bluetooth speakers, both of which are excellent. You can purchase the Velocore with either a 16 or 22-inch screen, and while I'm sure the 16-inch is good, in fact, I have the 16-inch screen on my MT16 Max Trainer that I recently reviewed, the 22-inch screen here is really excellent, a very responsive, well-lit, and clear high-def screen. And even though I've mentioned quite a few issues that I have with the bike's design, the positives like the stability in the leaning mode more than make up for it, which is why the Velocore is one of my favorite bikes to ride. But we need to talk about the connected fitness platform for Bowflex called JRNY. Now, I have a lot of criticism for JRNY, but before I do that, I do want to mention the one thing that I really love about it, and that is how they've chosen to integrate streaming media. See, most connected fitness platforms like Peloton or iFit specifically prevent you from being able to use their tablets with programs like Netflix. JRNY takes the complete opposite approach, and not only do they allow you to watch Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, Amazon, and Disney Plus, but they integrate it as part of their program. See, the primary type of workouts that JRNY offers are called adaptive workouts, which are workouts that are adjusted to your personalized fitness level that you can follow along to without an instructor. Instead of an instructor, you can follow along to these workouts while looking at your metrics, taking any scenic ride that you'd like, or what I prefer, while watching a streaming service like Netflix. And when you are watching a show or a movie, you can drag a bar that displays your workout info to wherever you would like. And it even makes a light ding to notify you when to look at it if there is a change in the workout's suggested power output. And I think this is really great, and it is something that I feel JRNY should get a lot of credit for doing, because I know a lot of people on other bikes with other programs that would love something like this. And so that is one great benefit of using JRNY on your Bowflex Velocore. That said, this is about all there is to love about JRNY. They do have other types of classes, some of which are coached if you would like to take those, but the production value really isn't that great, and the videos here are fairly old. And I know this because I recognize many of these coaches who now work for other connected fitness services. And honestly, this wouldn't be a problem if there were more frequent updates, but as far as I can tell, they almost never add anything new, which is a shame because the adaptive workouts specifically have so much potential, and it would be so easy for them just to create new ones more frequently to provide challenges, maybe even leaderboards. And honestly, I think they are missing out on a huge opportunity to show off how they are the only connected fitness platform to integrate media like Netflix. Just imagine if when The Witcher was released, they released workouts to be taken along for each episode. That would be cool. People would dig that. I know I would. There's just so much lost opportunity and so little effort being put into making JRNY good, let alone great, that I feel like there must be nobody working on this. It feels like it was just created as an easy way to try and generate some additional membership revenue without putting anything into it to keep the membership worth keeping. Now, the good thing about JRNY is that you do get a free year of membership when you purchase the Bowflex Velocore, which means that for people buying now, there is still time for them to fix this before they ask you to start paying $19 a month for your membership. Now, $19, while being cheaper than most other connected fitness platforms, is still way overpriced for a platform that is never updated with new content. My genuine hope is that Bowflex puts together a team to make JRNY better, because it honestly wouldn't be that hard to do. And if they went and made workouts specific to certain shows or movies as they came out, it certainly would keep me coming back and get me excited to continue my membership. Look, the Bowflex Velocore bike itself is really solid. It's a lot of fun. The leaning mode is a great addition that makes it unique compared to any other connected fitness bike. And JRNY, the connected fitness app, has potential. I hope they can make their membership worth it soon, because there are a lot of people that I am sure would prefer to be able to work out while watching Netflix rather than watching fitness instructors every single day. And if you want to hear more of my thoughts about Bowflex and JRNY, well, make sure to watch my review of the Bowflex Max Trainer MT16 right here. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you want more content just like this, and have a great day.